Hey everyone, Happy here right before the video starts. Just thought I'd get this out of the way. It's not a subscribe thing. It's the reason I'm not uploading an Ninjago 10th anniversary thing is not because I don't have any Ninjago 10th anniversary things to show. I do. But all of this year is technically Ninjago 10th anniversary, so I can do it whenever I want. And also I already did a video on Ninjago 10th anniversary, and I've had this ready to go for a while, and I just want to get it out there because I procrastinated way too much. So here it is. Hey everyone, Happy097 here, back for another video, and today we're doing a Dream SMP minifigure series. That's right, the Dream SMP. Now, I'm not great at this sort of stuff, like box design and stuff. I literally just recolored it. But trust me, the minifigures are better than this. So, first, with any Dream SMP minifigure series, of course, we're going to start it off with Tommy in it. Because, well, whether you like him or hate him, he is kind of the main character of the Dream SMP. And his accessory here is, of course, the famous disc that gets everyone in trouble. Now, I know what you may be thinking when you're looking at this. Why didn't you do any detailing on the shirt? And, well, yes, I could have put that gray stripe down the middle. Most people would commonly have the little red stuff going on the shirt as well. If you actually look directly at the skin, it is just on that part of the sleeve and nothing else. I checked. Anyways, moving on, next up we have is Tubbo. And Tubbo comes with the L'Manberg flag. I felt it was fitting considering that he was one of the founding fathers of L'Manberg, and he is the current president of L'Manberg, so, you know, it's kind of fitting. And so, yeah. And by the way, these pants, you're going to see them a lot, mainly because a lot of the Dream SMP members have gray shoes, and that's like the only thing that has gray shoe printing. So, I just reuse that a ton. Different colors. But, you know, anyways, we're going to ignore that fact and move on to Wilbur. And I know there are many different outfits I could have chosen for him. I chose this one because it's his most basic one, and considering LEGO's probably not going to make sets with these guys in it, it would be more fitting that for a minifigure series, he'd have a casual outfit. And I gave him a hot dog as an accessory as a throwback to the hot dog van. Could I have given him like a mini hot dog van build? Absolutely. But I'm lazy. So, the caravan was not put in here. Instead, you just get a hot dog. So that, you know, you kind of, you get the idea. I could have given him blue, but we'll save that if I ever make Ghostbur. Next up, we have Technoblade, everyone's favorite anarchy pig. Because why not? He's actually the one that inspired the series. That's why you see everyone has either green or red background, except for him. And that's because I made this one months before I made any of the others. So, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I did actually have to mold the crown piece into the pig head, because it's the only way it'd look right. But yeah, he comes with 2 netherite swords, because let's be honest, he would dual wield if he could. But it's not very functional. But if it was functional, you know he would. And rounding out the sleepy boys, we have Filzer with his fishing rod, because it's technically a fisherman's outfit. Actually, if we're going to get technical, it's an anime thing, but we're not going to talk about that. So yeah, you can't see it, but there is actually detailing and stuff, and yeah, it's hard to make it out because of all the shading and everything. But yeah, it's there. I did try. Now we have Fundy. Fundy was actually a very interesting one to make. Yeah, he comes with the salmon that is his mom. Yeah, fun fact for Fundy, he has the same face as Tubbo, but I recolored the sideburns, because it just worked really well for both of them. And so I actually molded 2 hair pieces here together. I did a goblin from Lord of the Rings, and then Jay's hairpiece from the Lego Ninjago movie. And I molded them together, and then changed the ear color, so that Fundy'd have, you know, his ears, because I'm not going to give him a fox head. And I couldn't fit a hat on there because, well, just look at that hair. Moving on, we have Dream. And so, with Dream, it was actually really interesting. I was trying to do netherite armor. I should have drawn on like, the little parts onto the armor, but I didn't because I'm lazy, and I think you know this by now. I banged it over the head quite a few times. I'm lazy. But anyways, the reason I made him wearing armor instead of, one of those cool hunter designs or even just a normal skin is because, one, it's much easier to draw him like this. Well, I didn't have to draw anything. That's what made it easy. But also, it's, I feel that in the show, at least to me, personally, his face is green. He doesn't have a face on his chest. He just has a green face. And that's the way I see it now. It's just kind of what's imprinted into me. So, yeah. Next up, we have Eret. And there were a few different options I had for accessories. I didn't like many of them. So I just stuck with... Because one of the suggestions I actually had was to make a rainbow flag. Because he decorates the castle with rainbows. And I'm like, great idea. But I already have 2 flags in this series. You'll see the second flag coming up. I am not doing a third person with a flag. So instead, I gave him the button he used to betray them in the first time. Because that will never be let go, no matter how many times he makes up for it. So, with that in mind, round out the villains with J-Schlatt and his Manberg flag. And another interesting tidbit, I had to change up the face just slightly, and the hairpiece had ears, yellow ears. And so I just erased them. Took them out of there. Could I have made them more flesh-colored instead? And just, made it look more like the animatics? Yeah, but I don't imagine him with, I can't remember. It's not a goat. It's like a ram or something. I don't imagine him with those kind of ears, though. I just imagine him with human ears, so I'm the one making the series, not you. Then we had Bad Boy Halo. This was probably the hardest one to make, because if it's not obvious, I had to do the entire design from scratch. Except for the face. The face was the one thing I didn't have to do from scratch, and even then, it was actually Electro's face to start with. And I had to erase everything. Future Happy here, this is what he looked like, starting it off. You can see the difference, except the eyes. So yeah. Also, I have no idea what this is on that little boat thing, not brown, that little gray spot right there. I have no idea what that was. So I just made it a gray circle, because that's kind of what it is on the skin. So, Anyways, how to doggone it, I can't English today, okay, guys? Hardest minifigure to make out of the series. Which isn't saying much, considering I finished him in, 10 minutes. So, next we have Quackity, the Mexican menace himself. And his accessory is his Yeezys. Yeah. Fun fact, I thought they were netherite boots. I thought the Yeezys were netherite, and so I originally colored them netherite when I did the model. And then when I took it into Procreate, I'm like, wait a minute. The Yeezys aren't netherite. They're golden. And so I went and I changed them to gold, and then I looked it up, and I found they were diamond, and I'm just like, oh, you're kidding me, and so I just recolored it. Yeezys are hard, Quackity. But yeah, I was actually able to give him the little hoodie, and I'm very happy for that. Hey, editing happy here again, just to first off show you what the Quackity model looked like first starting out, and also to say, this is not a hoodie. It's a beanie. I'm dumb. I need to take a nap. But yeah. So, yeah, there we go. There's Quackity. Nothing more than needs to be said. I still have no idea what those symbols are on his chest. I for the life of me, I don't know what it is. I don't watch Quackity often, so maybe he's explained it before. Tell me down in the comments below. What does it mean? What does it mean? Anyways. And finally, rounding out the series, we have George Not Found. He should have not been found in this series, but it was much easier to make him than Ranboo, so I mean, You got George. Yeah. And I gave him a pillow as an accessory so it can help muffle out the sounds of explosions while he sleeps. Editing Happy here again. First off, I'm showing what George Not Found looked like before as well. Forgot to mention, the reason that his background is not, it's not green or red, it's because he's colorblind. And so I thought it would be fitting if I gave him a colorblind background. I know it'd be more like a yellowish tint, but there was shading and stuff because there was lighting in it, so it doesn't look as yellow as it did originally. But yeah, this is not intended to be an insult to colorblind people. It's just I thought it was funny at the time, and you know I just went with it. Went with my gut. Thought other people would get a good laugh out of it too. So I mean, yeah, that's why I did that. Anyways, oh goodness, I made so many mistakes in recording. Yeah, I've been waiting so long to say that. So anyways, yeah, that's what I have. That's my little series here. So, I hope you enjoyed this all, and I would love to do a series 2, but I'm only going to do it if you guys leave enough comments and watch this video enough times. Repeat the video, share it with your friends, get it views, get it lots of views, make it blow up. You know, it's not that hard. And you should subscribe too while you're at it. I don't have a list. I don't have like a character list or anything. I could have done that now that I think about it. It would have been easier than making the whole... Why didn't I do that? Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'll do it for series 2. But yeah, so... Yeah. Consider subscribing though. It's completely free. You're only subscribing if you actually like the content. So I mean, you're not losing anything. And because you've already watched this video this far, you're already going to get my videos in your recommended. So might as well just subscribe anyways. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video. Happy out.